Like regular people. Yes! Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chick Chat Comedy Podcast. And I am here today. We're here live at the comic strip. What's wrong? Okay. Wait, we have technical difficulties already.
What? You're just blowing out my eardrum.
All right,
I am? Go ahead, a little lower.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, there
All
we
right,
go.
perfect. I am here with, my name is Patty Rossborough. I am here with my fellow co-host, Carrie, this is a horrible opening. Carrie Carabas.
Hello, Patty. I missed you.
I know you must have, but I missed you also.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here last week. A lot of people missed you, and
well, I wasn't here because I didn't have a fucking cook. Because
Or
he
a
was
waitress.
again hospital. These fucking illegals. Look, can we start here?
Oh,
These fucking illegals go to the hospital for a fucking hemorrhoid. They don't. It's like. They don't want to pay a doctor, right? So the government gives them, free hospital. So they clutter up. So you could be in there for a bullet wound or something, important.
Yes.
Life or death. And you got to wait because the kid has a snot nose.
Okay, now wait a minute.
They do prioritize cases, though, Carrie. I'm sorry.
No, they don't. No. So anyway, he didn't come because he said his kid was in the hospital, which was bullshit. And I had to work. That's why I couldn't. And last minute, no less. And then my waitress didn't show up.
And then
either.
did you fire him after he
The
didn't show up?
waitress got into a car accident 3 minutes before she had to be at work.
Uh-oh.
So you're saying that did
They're
not
all
happen.
liars. They're all fucking liars. I mean,
All right, now why are you hiring illegals? Can't you hire some?
They're
It's
not-
on, look, it's on.
oh, how fantastic! They're not.
Okay, you got to
well,
turn the
look,
sound down now.
I'm not hiring.
Turn the sound down.
Oh, sorry.
They're all legal. They all have their social security and their green cards.
Yes.
They're not illegal, then.
So then they're legal.
Yeah, they're legal.
So they're not illegals.
I also go to the Cracker Jack machine.
All right, I don't know what that means. But I'm glad you're back. And we have a guest today, a very special guest, the beautiful and talented and very hilarious Veronica Mosey.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank you.
Veronica.
I love Veronica Mosey.
Hi.
You know why? Because she just doesn't give a shit.
She's a ballsy bitch like us.
She is ballsy,
Ballsy bitch.
Why are you a ballsy bitch? Did you have brothers? You seem like
Because
someone
she's
who had
6'2".
brothers.
I
She
have
is-
two older brothers, and yes.
Did you have any sisters?
No sisters.
Yeah, you seem like you have brothers.
You have
my
to
mom,
beat the
who,
shit out of your
my
way
mom
through.
Was, my dad cooked dinner every night, and my mom was
She was
raging.
the boy?
Yeah. She was definitely the man.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
I think all women are the man. Yeah.
I'm not the man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm bossy, but
Yeah, that's a bossy
Oh,
man.
okay.
Well, there's women who make their husbands think that they're the boss, and then there's the women who actually are the boss. You know what I mean?
What are you?
I'm the boss.
You're the boss
Pretty
of your,
much.
but he's Australian. I thought those guys are all macho.
No,
and-
he's like
She'll beat
he's
the
like
shit out of him.
Italian.
He's
Italian, and he's like his mom's very loving. I'm being very sweet, but
What does that mean? His mom's very loving.
I'm being very sweet, she said.
no, because I think I don't know who's watching in Australia. What time is it in Australia? It's
Yesterday.
Just say they're not
It's
listening.
tomorrow. Actually, it is.
You
tomorrow.
get along with her or no?
No, I love my mother-in-law. I think she's great. I just think she kind of my husband's a little bit of a puss because she kind of
Oh.
overdid it with the hugs and kisses.
That sounds like a very Irish thing to say.
Yeah,
let's
see,
just
my
say-
husband's the opposite. No hugs and kisses.
Oh,
Really?
I don't think so.
that's why he was attracted to you.
Yeah, because I don't do it either.
Oh, I'm
So-
very huggy kissy for.
I'm very huggy kissy.
My fiance did not get hugs and kisses. His mother's Irish. There were no hugs and kisses.
Look, I'll
People don't say, I love
hug
you.
and kiss on the cheek. I'm not making out with anybody's pyorrhea fucking mouth.
What's pyorrhea mouth?
You know, as you get older, they got those gum disease issues, and
Wait, are you
How
saying
old
your
is your
husband
husband
is
again?
pirate?
he's younger than me. He's like 5 years younger than me. I mean, I can make
Mine's
out
5 years younger than me
I
too.
can-
Mine's 3 years younger than me. Oh my God, we're
God,
all
we're so
cougars.
Anywho,
Now, I can make out with a 25-year-old because their mouth is still a baby, you know. 25-year-old.
I actually have no
Adam is
attraction
horrified.
to younger men. Isn't that weird? I
You have an aversion or an attraction?
I'm not necessarily attracted to younger men because I know that they'll be shitty in bed.
Well, you know what's funny? When I got divorced, or well, I never got divorced, but when I got separated from my first husband, and I went out on dates, I only dated
What do you mean your
20-year-olds.
first husband?
Gary busts my balls so
Fuck
bad.
does that mean?
My
It sounds like you're telling the viewers or the listeners that you've had more than one.
My ex-husband, I should say. My ex-husband.
Thank you.
Okay, and so when what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So when I would go out with guys, and I was 40, whatever, they were always in their 20s. Because I said to my therapist, I go, why would I want to date an old guy?
No, I don't want to.
Who looks
I'm
old?
not saying that. I just feel like, I don't know, if, like when I meet younger guys, I think it's really freeing when you're in your 40s and you can start saying things to guys like, you're really attractive, but it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like there's no...
They don't think they're going to get anything, you mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like this freedom you have. Not that you couldn't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're definitely more free to
But
say everything.
I think the sex has got to be horrible because of porn. It's totally fucked their minds up, and I just can't.
Well,
I wouldn't risk it.
I only liked young guys when I first started dating. And then once you date them, you realize it's horrible. Because I went to a movie and the guy was inside the movie waiting for me inside. Like, I'm supposed to buy my own ticket and I'm supposed to know to go inside. Carrie. And I'm supposed to go inside and meet him. You know, the whole thing is like, I would never date a younger guy now. I mean, 3-5 years, but 10, And you would like a younger guy now? Suppose your husband died. Would you go?
That's
No,
nice,
not
Patty.
died. Suppose you got
Oh
to.
my God!
Would you date a
She
younger
goes to
man?
death. It's nice.
You
No,
think-
I don't think I'd date anybody at this point.
That's my sisters have always said. What do you mean you wouldn't date anyone else?
I'm not interested in anybody's bullshit. I'd like to do whatever the fuck I want. I don't need that fucking another. I got to answer
Another
to somebody
child,
else.
yeah.
I don't need another child. I don't need anything.
What about sex?
I'll do it myself. Thanks. I'll fuck myself.
No,
I
my
will
husband's
fuck
definitely a good
myself.
lay. I will say that.
Yeah, right. Big deal. So
I mean,
am I.
he's-
I'm a really good lay to myself.
Yes, I'm sure.
So once that's over, I'm good.
I like the interaction. Honestly, I'm not that good by myself. I need a little,
Conversation?
Yeah, I need a little give and take, a little pretend to be in love with me or something.
That's nice.
Do you do the mushy romantic loving
Yeah, we
sex?
do that. Oh, no.
No?
Oh God.
You can't anymore.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean, you can
You're
say,
not
like, I love
mushy at
you,
all?
and then you do it, but it's like, so it leans somewhere along the way, someone's like, oh my God, fuck it. Like, that's, right?
Here's what I feel.
You don't say it
the
at the
minute
end?
I put my arms around him and I hug him and I feel all that fur on his back, it's an instant like, all right, come on, just let's get this over with. Get off me. I feel already I'm getting a hot flash because you're fucking furry and you're on me and I can't. You fat fuck, get off.
That's not
And then
true.
I can't be on top because I'm fucking exhausted.
Well,
like that. The
Can't
tire
carry
thing.
my fat weight on top.
I do like being on top.
Well, because
But-
you're 12 pounds.
But my knees are really giving out. Every time we're finished, I go, okay. I like roll off and I go.
And
The
then
other
you
day, I
go,
heard
click.
my neighbor having sex
your knees.
upstairs. It's
You can
really-
hear them?
Yeah, the walls are paper thin, and they're like 27 years old.
Oh,
There's like
so
3
they're having
guys.
fun.
Yeah, but I gotta say, the sex. This is why I wouldn't want it. I swear to God, this is what I could hear through the ceiling, like this.
Like
And I was like, move a hip, do something,
like a slow
Shift
round of
something.
applause. That's the worst.
And that's exactly, the girl just goes,
Yeah, some girls are stupid.
But it's like fucking 45 minutes of that shit. And I'm like, dude, there's no like roller coaster action happen. Like everything's just monotone, boring. Like
Well, maybe it's her. Because at that age, I wasn't bored.
maybe.
I was
no,
making
she
some
was
noise.
no.
He needs to mix it up to get her.
That's
Why is
what
he
I
just
think.
going like that? Maybe he needs to go.
Yeah.
He needs
Yeah.
to finesse it. He's
Yeah,
not
finesse. There's
finessing
no
it.
finesse. It's just
Yeah, and then maybe she would go. You would get
Patty,
more.
you're a screamer, aren't you?
I am a screamer.
Yeah, I just
I
want to
do
yell like
scream. The next day I'm always hoarse. I'm always hoarse.
No, I'm not a screamer. I can be very quiet.
me too.
You can?
I'm like,
What's the point? Like, how do you get it out if you're not making a noise? Like, it's like it goes and you're like, with it.
all right, well,
All right, let's move on.
All
I
right.
think we talked about sex last time.
Oh, we did talk about sex. Okay, you know what I want to talk about with you? She was on Dr. Phil, I want to know
Oh, that's a
about.
long time ago.
Yeah, but I want to know about
I
Dr.
hate his
Phil.
guts.
He's a douche.
He is a douche, right?
And he
That's
looks
what
like
I
a
wanted
wax figure in person.
Yes.
He probably has had Botox and everything.
And
I
right?
think
makeup
so.
on.
And lots. His makeup is insane. It's like
Really?
7 layers thick. Yeah.
What was he
Well,
like?
because
So what
they
did he
don't
do?
know if he's going to die at any given moment,
Right.
so they're like, "We'll just put him right in the coffin."
Well, he doesn't come and greet anybody before the show.
He
You just
doesn't?
go. No. You just go on, and that's where you meet him. And that fucker stole a joke of mine, by the
What
way.
did he? What do you mean?
Okay, because so.
Oh, he took it off your website.
No, he took it off my bullet point list. When you go to talk shows and stuff, you know how you're supposed to give a bullet point list of the topics that you want to talk about or the points you want to make, right? So I had said that the show was about being able to discipline other people's children in public. And I always said, if some little fucker's being a brat to me, I have a right to say, hey, like, you know, to the kid. And then I had to debate this mom, this poor mom. Oh my God, the way TV sets people up. I felt so bad for her.
I saw the clip. I just saw like a quick clip because that's all you had on your thing.
She basically turned to me during one of the commercial breaks and goes, they made me look like the worst mother ever. And I go, it's TV, buddy.
That's
it.
That's what they say about reality TV show. They pick you up in
And
the
throw you
limo
down. Oh,
and
so
they
mad.
send you home in the cab. That's
So
like,
basically, don't bend over; they're going to fuck you in the ass.
Yes.
yeah, that's
so.
it. Did you ask to be on that show? Where they asked
No, what
you?
happened was, this is very funny. My mom always said, like, write a letter and you'll get into that. Write a letter. And I was like, ah. And then finally I just looked through a whole bunch of like talk show forums and it was like, do you feel strongly about other people's children? They're just, well, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I just wrote this really inflammatory, like fucking super one-sided argument about children and parents. And it was really mean. So I knew I had a good shot.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's because you have to be really inflammatory. And so they called me and then I got the show and then they sent out this field producer. Like we went to this park. It was 9,000 degrees out. And they were like, we want you to go up to that woman over there and just correct her.
Wait a minute.
This is people in a park. And I go, you mean the black woman over there with the 3 children who aren't hers? That's what you want me to do? I'm not doing that. Like I had the wherewithal
to say no.
To say no because I know about how television works.
Right. And then you're going to look like a racist
Right,
or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, fast forward, we do the show and
she's the nanny. She's not even the mother.
Who?
So,
the black woman? Oh
with
yeah,
the
she
3
was the
white
nanny. That's
kids.
what I'm saying. I was like, what the producers they're all they have to trying to get these shots
Right.
that the executive producer wants. So I don't blame the field producer. That's what but I just kept saying no. And they were on the phone like she's saying no. And I was like, I'm certain.
She's really not cooperating.
Yeah. So anyway, we get on the show like we're on in studio, and so prior to that, I had sent bullet points, and one of them was, they say it takes a village to raise a child. I think a lot of parents are the village idiot. That's what I put.
You kidding? He stole it?
Oh, so we're on. You can watch it. It's online. He goes, I understand you said it takes a village to raise a child, and I go, yeah, I think that, and he goes, yeah, well, there's always a village idiot, referring to me. And I was like, "Fuck you!"
I would
You
have
should've
said.
I
I would have
know.
said you just did my joke.
No,
on
I did.
me.
What I did say was, I said, well, I got 3 laughs. Like I did, because he goes, you gotta be careful. You can't just go up to anybody and just say. I go, look, I don't just go around randomly screaming at children. That's what I'm saying. So I got a laugh. And I got a bunch of laughs. So that was my goal, was to try to get laughs and get this appearance. Also, by the
And
way,
he's far from
I went and bought a
doctor, by
jacket
the way.
from
He's
12.
far from a fucking doctor.
He's not a real
Oh, he's not.
He's
Plus
a fucking scam.
Yeah, he's just a douchebag. And the way he made this woman, like, it really sucks because I knew why I was on there. This woman really had a cause, which is really stupid. Don't ever go on TV and think you have a fucking cause and that any of these people
They're
give
just
two
gonna make you look
shits, because
bad.
they don't.
What was the cause?
She was just saying she has 3 kids, and she was like, if you want to try to raise them, then you come and raise my kids, and it's really hard. And
It is hard. I know. I agree with her. It's
Yes,
fucking
100%.
hard.
But I was saying, I was the single fucking Manhattan chick who, by the way,
Right.
bought a jacket from Bergdorf Goodman for $1,500, wore it on the show, and then fucking returned it. Anyway,
I noticed
that
that.
jacket's
Bergdorf
amazing, isn't
Goodman.
it?
That was
Amazing.
nice. Here's the thing that I think is the weirdest thing about the Dr. Phil show is Robin, his wife, with the fake boobs.
And the
Didn't
giant
he fucking
bobblehead.
cheat on her?
I don't know. They always
Yes,
say
he
that.
cheated on
They
her.
always say that in the rags in the supermarket. I don't know if that's true.
Don't call it a rag.
But
I guarantee
What are you,
you,
fucking
he's
90?
a
I read the
cross-dresser.
rags in the magazines.
It is a rag. What do you call it?
In the grocery store.
the Globe.
Something weird's going to come out about him.
Okay, I know. And the thing that's strange is that she's sitting in the audience. She sits in husband watches this entire
She's
show.
So proud of him.
He comes off. She grabs his hand like, look, he's mine. And then she smiles at the camera as they walk up. Imagine if there was any woman on TV, like, you know, like Joy Behar, or even Oprah, like Stedman's going to be
grab
sitting
her
in the
husband?
audience,
Yeah.
grab her hand and walk to her. I mean, it's
They're
such
supporting the traditional marriage is what they're
it's
doing.
very weird.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. What, did you get to talk to her? Did she talk to you or anything?
No.
All right.
No.
She was sitting there.
No,
though.
it was just our segment, and that was it. Then there was a woman who wanted to was talking about breastfeeding and other people debating. It was called, the show's called like The Great Debates or something. It was really dumb. But
Did you breastfed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did too.
You did?
Of
That
course I
surprises
didn't
did.
you
me.
cover? Did you ever see the moms who like they take both tits out just to fucking breastfeed for no reason? They
No.
take both
I've never
in
seen
the
that
park
either.
and stuff. There'll
I
always
took
be like
one
more-
tit out, and I would go in a bathroom and do it.
Yeah, I did it too. I did. I would
I'm
cover
not
up.
going on a subway. I let the kid cry for another half hour. It's
Yeah,
not
the
going to
people are
happen.
not so about the breastfeeding.
They're like,
thing.
yeah. It's like
I would
fucking
ne-
weird.
Well, they're like,
man.
like they drop it on the table. You're like, okay,
No, but
it's
they also have these things that it's like a poncho. And
Oh,
you put
yeah.
the kid
Yeah, that's what
under
I-
it.
yes.
I mean, the kid can't breathe for a few minutes, but you know what? It's fine.
I used to put just blanket. You put a blanket over your boob and you stick the kid on. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother, well, she's dead. My dead ex-mother-in-law would go batshit crazy at the family reunion. I'm at the fucking family reunion for 6 hours at this goddamn party with
Your
all these
tits are
people
gorging.
with no teeth, you know, and I have to sit there. And now I'm stick my kid under this thing, and she comes over and she has a problem, and she talks to her. She goes, "Can you get her to please go away and go?" You know, and I went over to a picnic table away from, and that's not good enough. I got to go sit in a fucking hot car because my mother-in-law has a problem with tits. But anyway,
my in-laws.
Well,
were
so
really
did your husband,
Cool with it.
apparently.
I did have problems with tits.
Yeah. Anyhow,
What'd you say?
no, my in-laws were cool with it. Actually, they came to visit for 6 weeks.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow.
No, they're good. It's just too small of a
6
space.
weeks is terrible.
Ugh.
They're from
And with
Australia,
that accent, it would get on my
Yeah.
fucking
No,
though. I
nerves.
they
like
did-
the accent, though.
They were
Like,
right, but
don't-
I
yeah,
actually
after
breastfed. I was
like
like,
a week after-
this is happening in front of you. Like this is happening. Like I put the thing on, but it was like I'm not gonna not breastfeed in front of you.
Yeah.
Like I'm with you guys all day. She was only 4 months old, so it was like
oh,
I don't
God.
care about my mother-in-law
Yeah.
seeing me, but my father-in-law's a little creepy.
Yeah, that would be weird. Did you have sex with your husband when your parents, when your in-laws are in the house? Or no?
not really. But it was also 4 months. The
Oh, yeah, yeah, then
I
you're
didn't
not-
want
Yeah,
sex
you're
at
still
all.
stretched out and
Yeah.
squished out, and stitches are still in
Yeah,
your ass.
yeah.
So there's no wanting to have sex.
No, I
I
guess
couldn't
not,
even
no.
fucking walk for like 4 months.
Me either. I had tucks. I used to walk around with tucks in my ass.
That
Oh.
wasn't even. I wasn't my ass. It was I. I got ripped.
Oh.
I got ripped, and she snipped me, and
Mine
it
snipped
felt
too.
like a rubber band got snapped. If anybody's watching that's pregnant, good luck, good luck, bitches. Fuck off.
It was
You know,
terrible.
you rip your whole crotch out, and these people don't understand that when you're not used to something ripping out of your body like that.
Yeah.
And then you try to walk
Yeah.
the next day.
Yeah.
I just remember my husband looked because I was like, it really hurts. There's something happening, and he literally goes, oh, like that, and his face was like, and then he was like tearing up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
Goodbye.
like, is it gonna go back?
Yeah.
to
No.
regular?
No, it
It's
doesn't. Go
not.
back. Yeah. Good luck. Thanks for.
This is the worst. So this woman at my gym had twins, one vaginal, one cesarean.
Why?
She
What?
got fucked.
Why
Both.
didn't they do both? One
Because
came out.
one came
and-
out, and then they couldn't get the other one out.
So
Can
she
you
ruined
imagine?
both her stomach and her vagina.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
can't
you know
imagine.
what?
What?
When you ruin your stomach, like they could tummy tuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Right then and there.
Your vagina. Well, they did give my vagina a stitch to make it a little tighter after my baby came out. Did you get that done?
Yes. No,
No.
not to make it tighter.
No.
Just to sew it up so my organs wouldn't
He
fall
said,
out.
he or she, I can't even remember who they go. I'm going to stitch you up and I'm going to take a little bit more in to
Because
give
she
you a
saw you had a big one. I mean,
Hello,
didn't have
Dumbo.
a big
I
one.
got loosened. I got loosened up with my 8-pound, 13-ounce baby. How
That's
big
a
was your
big-ass
baby?
8 pounds, 1 ounce was
How
the
about
Okay,
this?
well
first
there
one.
you go.
My
Okay.
brother was
8
10
pounds,
pounds,
3
11 ounces.
Okay,
Isn't
that's
that crazy?
sick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's not normal.
That's a long time
That's like a
Yeah, but that's when
Guinness
they used to
World
like
Book.
let people just go. Like, oh, you didn't have the baby yet? 3 months later, just keep going.
You know what I used to watch on TV?
What?
It was such a great show, Midwives. Did you ever see
I
that?
never
one?
watched
Mm-mm.
that. I didn't even know about that show.
It's a series of women in London back
Oh,
in like the
I
30s
saw a couple
or
of
the
those.
20s,
Yeah.
And they would go and they were nurses and they would go into these.
I mean, call the
It's
midwife?
like on BBC or something.
Call the midwife. It's like some sort of a.
Yeah, it's a really cool. I watched one and I got hooked.
See, I watched one and I was like,
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, they were great.
I don't like
Really?
Because they were, they would go into these towns where they were like all poor and everything, and women would have like herpes and all this shit. She'd be like, oh, yeah. It was pretty gross, but it was cool because you saw how women actually gave birth back then.
oh yeah,
No,
with no doubt.
no,
Yeah,
My mom,
no
I
doctor.
asked my mom, I was like, how did you, I go, can you tell me about when you had me? And she goes, I don't know, I was under ether.
that's my,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mother
no.
too. They
Knocked
knocked
out.
him out.
Yeah.
in
You
the
didn't.
40s and 50s, they started that.
No breastfeeding. My mother, they just
Same
dried
here,
up
all
your milk,
formula, yeah.
and then they just there was no like real mothering back then. They were like, they didn't give you anything.
Yeah, you woke up with a black baby. It was a black baby. Didn't matter. You didn't feel any pain. I don't give a shit what color the baby is.
That's right.
Give me a yellow one, a blue one, purple. I don't give a shit as long as I don't feel the pain.
Exactly. No, it was horrible for me. I was just like, and the second one, I made sure that I got a midwife so that she would stretch me out and not hurt me like the first one.
The second
was
one
just
always
as
comes
bad.
out easy.
No, it was
Well,
just.
look, back in the day,
Yes.
there was a lot of baby switching.
What do you
Listen to
mean?
me.
Okay,
Listen to me.
I don't. This sounds crazy.
When you would go out cold
Yes.
and the baby would come out,
Yes.
somebody wanted a baby girl,
Yes.
they would pay these doctors and they would switch those babies.
What? Where did you
Okay,
learn
look
this?
it up. Look it up. I'm not making it
Did you
up.
find this on
It was-
Facebook?
No, it's a fact that, and they would make mistakes. Remember those two people that had the switched babies?
I have seen those stories.
Okay,
Those are like.
So the babies were switched. They found out years later when they were like 15 or 16.
Yes.
And then they found out and they were like, but I raised this one. This is my baby. I love her, but it wasn't really her baby. And then the other ones, so they didn't want to switch them back.
Yeah, so
Right.
what's the difference?
But
What's so
wait,
funny
but
is
then
those
the
things
one
are like,
baby
why-
died. One girl, something happened, the girl died.
So then, did they want their kid back?
They couldn't
Because
because
it's really not their kid. The other
But it
person's
is,
already.
though,
I know it's
genetically.
horrible. That would be the
Yeah.
worst situation.
Yeah.
So we were talking about earlier. What's that show called?
This Is Us.
Did you ever see
I
the show This
fucking
Is
hate it.
Us? She hates
no,
the
I
show.
don't watch that shit. I
It's
watched one
so-
episode. I was
so
like,
did I.
dumb.
Yeah, that's. She
And
says
everybody in
it's
the whole country is like, I love it. Show's amazing.
It's got the girl on
It's
it
just so good.
who's very, very fat, right? She weighs like 400
700
pounds.
pounds.
Or
Like
700.
most of America.
Do you know 36%? They said 36% obese in America.
That's not that high.
12% in
That's
France.
more people who aren't fat than who are.
Well,
Yeah, but you're
that's
talking
obese.
about-
That's obese,
You're
not
talking
not
about-
overweight.
They have a show called My 600-Pound Life
Yeah, I know
I'm
that.
addicted to. I watch.
You
I
do
watched
not
it, too.
watch. You do?
I watch it all the time. You
I've
gotta
watched
see
it,
what
yeah.
It
they've done.
makes
It's
me
sad.
sad. I can't watch
It's
it.
Yeah,
also-
what I like
no,
though
it's
is when they really
claustrophobic.
have the will to do it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And what
but then
happens?
they
Do
cut
they
all
really-
that skin off. They show, and then they take that skin and they donate it to burn victims. They cut like 60 to 70 pounds off of a person.
Yeah,
Get out of
it's
here.
pretty amazing.
So wait a minute. My 600-pound life. The guy.
but see, I'm a
Look-
total hypocrite because I watched that show, but then when I
While
see
you're
this,
eating ice cream,
I don't care. That's not it.
I'm just saying.
Stop it, Carrie. That wasn't what I was going to say.
Girls, don't
No,
make
what
me
I'm
come
saying
in
is I'm a
between
total
you.
hypocrite because I watched my 600-pound life and I'm always like, oh my god, this is sad. Those poor people, and then they work hard. And then I watched this person on This Is Us. What's her name again?
I forget her name, but she's
Cindy,
the-
Mindy, something.
But Robin Fox said she's 350 pounds. Can I read the comments?
Yes.
I don't mean to be mean, but I'm serious. Like, she's really unattractively fat. She's not. She's 350, but she's like 5'1". She's fucking
Oh yeah,
tiny.
so she's wide.
So I was saying it's like an ottoman on set. That's what she looks like.
Well,
She's
she
an
was
ottoman.
wearing like a patent leather dress.
But here's the thing I don't understand. I hate when everybody acts like
It's
it's
normal.
okay and that we should just don't fat shame. It's like there isn't that now that comedian, that bitch girl that got on who was like did that whole thing. You saw that this girl did a rant who was like, "Come on, fat people, you're all so annoying." Like,
Oh yeah, that
she
girl.
was so annoying. She's
That
done. Her
was me.
fucking
That-
career's
That
over.
blonde girl, I forget her name, but
Yeah, she was like a skinny bitch. Like I admit
Yeah,
that, like
yeah.
I have a stretched out vagina, and my tits hang down. So it's kind of like I feel like I have a little bit of a little leeway here. But I feel like this woman, everybody's like, "You're amazing, and it's great. You're so comfortable, and it's great. They say the same cliche shit all the time
To
to
fat
somebody,
people.
and
somebody who's extremely obese. I'm saying they did it with Gabby Sidibe when she was playing
from
Precious,
Precious,
and it's like she's just so comfortable. It's like no, how is she comfortable? She's not comfortable. There's no fucking way this person's
Not to
comfortable.
mention, she's not going to live long.
Well,
Because
that's the thing.
all my
Look at
fa-
Ralphie May.
Oh my God,
I know, Ralphie
can't.
May.
You know what's funny? The first time I ever saw Ralphie, I'm serious. The first time I ever saw him perform on television.
Yeah.
I saw him, and I also said television, like La Riggs. Sounds right. Television sounds so weird. I literally said to my boyfriend at the time, God, that guy's got like 3 days to live.
That's right.
So it was like, is it shocking that
All
he,
of them
that he
died.
Well,
died?
that's what everybody
John
said.
Panette died.
Right.
People were like, I can't believe Ralphie May's dead at such a. And my fiance Kevin goes, I can't believe that he's lived this long.
Right.
Because
Your
he was
heart
40
suffers.
something.
Your
You know
body
what it
suffers.
is?
Your limb suffers.
I try to tell all these people, all my fat friends that were over 400 pounds,
Yeah.
they all died before they were 60.
Ooh, Robin
Like
Fox, there are no obese 80-year-olds.
There are.
That's right.
She's
That's
right.
true.
She said that
She's
in
absolutely right. But my friend Susan died at 47. She was 5 feet tall and 500 pounds.
You're kidding
My
me.
friend Tim died at 57. He was like almost six. Not he wasn't even 6 foot. He was like 5'10", and he was 450 pounds. He died of a heart attack. My friend Frank D'Amico, he was 6'3".
Frank D'Amico.
He
What
died.
about Tony? Was it Tony? What was his name? Coletti? Tony. No, Tony Coletti. It's the actress. He was a heavy
Tony
set
Collette.
Italian comic out in the island. I can't remember. He was the sweetest guy in the whole entire
You would
world.
know if he's from the island.
Anyway, it's
Tony
but
what?
I can't remember. Anyway, I shouldn't have
Anthony.
brought it up.
Maybe it's Anthony
You're
something.
killing me now.
I don't know.
Who?
Tony Coletti. It wasn't Tony
I don't
Coletti.
know.
Anyway, whatever. My father's aunt, my father's aunt, my father's sister, she was 300, 400 pounds, and she was like 5 feet tall, and she died of same thing, obesity. And it's like, and Robin, I saw your thing. I was a former fat girl. I'm the same thing. I was 65 pounds heavier. I weighed 218 pounds when I was like in my 20s.
I can't believe that. You're so thin now. I can't picture you being heavy.
I'm
Yeah.
bulimic, but I
I throw it.
but I look better though. Breath isn't so good, but no, I just feel like we shouldn't ever say this is okay. It's not okay.
Well,
I'm not saying that it could be like you're a fat fuck like when she goes on to an interview. What I'm
Right.
saying is let's stop saying like, isn't it beautiful you embrace who you are? How about wait?
You know who says that?
How
You know
about it's
I'll
not a
tell you who
discussion?
says that. Skinny bitches say that.
Yeah.
They go, you know what? Or here's the other one that they always say. Oh, she's got such great curves, and it's really good to show off your curves.
There's
not
ask a man if that
curves.
woman's
Somebody
curvy.
Somebody wrote
Adam,
Joe Moffa. Joe
Adam,
Moffa's still alive.
hang on, let's
you
ask
asshole.
Adam. Is that woman curvy?
Who put Joe
Is she
Moffa?
curvy or is she? What do you think? Would you describe from This Is Us?
She's big. Like she's big.
She's
Hold on,
really
let me
big.
look her up. I mean,
No,
She's
you're
really
not
big.
looking her up.
come on, let me look her up.
No, you don't need to look her up.
Yes,
she's
let him
fat.
look her up.
Adam doesn't like fat. How's your girl? How's your girl? How much does she weigh?
I don't know. She's thick though.
He likes a thick girl.
Yeah, there's a difference between thick, like.
But that's curvy.
That's like
different
what's a,
than fat.
oh the other one too is who's the Sports Illustrated super hottie,
Oh yeah.
right? They're always like, it's great that she's curvy. I'm like, she's fucking drop dead gorgeous. She has tits out to here
And a giant
fucking
ass.
ass.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But
It's like
she's
no
not-
one's looking at her going, she should embrace herself. It's like, yeah, trust me, she fucking embraces herself. She's
Somebody
not
else
fucking
is
Sports
embracing
Illustrated.
that.
Exactly.
Quite a few men.
Megan, no, what was her name?
Megan Fox.
No,
No. I forget what her
I
name
we
is.
should look this stuff up.
Yeah,
before
I
we
don't know.
talk
I
about
don't know what it is. But yeah, I just think that I think so many people are like trying to be so politically correct that then they're going, well, it's okay if you want to be heavy. Because to me, when I see women or men that are that heavy or fat, to me, it's like an addiction. Like with the alcohol, it would be almost like you saying, well, I think it's fine if he wants to roll around on the floor and get drunk and, and be
Right.
fucked up and drunk. People would be like, hey, get your shit together.
Right, he
Let's
has a
stop
problem.
this. You have a problem. And it's, they do
the same thing.
interventions. But I feel like they need an intervention when you're that heavy and you're going to die. Everyone else can see you're going to die.
Yeah.
Like, why is that? Like, oh, look at my new outfit. And they have a page in Glamour or whatever for fat girls. I don't know.
What's funny is that she's an anomaly. She's not even like the norm. Like this is not like a woman who's 50 pounds overweight, who just is kind of average like everybody else with a couple extra pounds. This is like somebody who is like her health is an issue.
Yeah, where she's
But
like,
if you walk up the steps and you're going, there's a chance, and then there are only 3 steps. There's a shot that you're.
Well, what I love is,
fucking
do you ever
too
watch
fat.
like American Idol and they'll have a singer on, and she's like sings something like by like Beyonce or something, and she's amazing and she's really heavy, and they always say the same thing like, you just look so comfortable up there. It's like they're saying,
'Cause they don't know what
you sing pretty good for a fat girl. That's what they're saying. That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
Anybody
That's
else, they wouldn't
code.
say
That
you're
was
so
what's her
comfortable
name?
up there.
The Hudson girl. She was very fat when she first
I
started.
didn't think
Well,
she
she
was
wasn't
that
fat.
I thought she was just
Oh,
like.
Hudson? Jennifer Hudson? No, I think
Oh,
she was just,
Oh, wait.
no, she was just a thick black girl. I don't think she was that
You're
fat.
talking about the other black girl, the big black girl who did the original. What the heck?
Fantasia.
No,
Fantasia
not
wasn't heavy
Fantasia.
either.
No, the girl who did the original Dream Girls. That girl was gigantic
No,
and
Carter?
obese. No, but I forget her name.
All right, I know.
It
Who
doesn't
she was
even
from an
fucking matter.
island.
All right, whatever.
She was an island.
Anyway.
All right. Look, we talked about sexual harassment last week. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Were you ever sexually harassed? Because it's not stopping. They keep talking
Oh,
about.
I was never.
They're bringing up.
I work at the Comedy Cellar. Fucking, you sit at the table. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You sit there and the guy's like, I fuck this chick and her tits. What do you think, Mosey? I'm always like, I think I just don't want to talk about this anymore. I've had comics take their dicks out and see if I would, do anything with them or whatever. I really didn't hook up with many comics. I was always like, this is gross.
But that's not sexual harassment. That's like another comic hitting on you. But we're talking about like a club owner.
She means you mean someone in a power position, but also it is like that too. Because I used to ride in the cars with the comics, and the guys would say all this really crude shit, and you'd be sitting there, and I wanted to say, this is really grossing me out, and stop it, but like you know what I mean? Like they're
I
almost.
got into an argument with the illustrious Dante, who's just such a great comic.
The guy with the thing
with
in
the
his
bone
nose?
in his
Wait a minute,
ear.
I like Dante.
I can't stand him.
Why? What happened?
Because he's a fucking sexist.
Oh, he is?
Yes,
What did
he's an asshole.
What did he do? Okay, I didn't know
Most
that.
guys who don't get laid a lot.
No.
become that.
Supposedly him with his giant blue fucking fur that he wears, so he looks like goddamn fucking Muppet walking down
Not
the
in
street.
high school, he didn't get laid. Don't tell me Dante got laid.
Maybe,
in high
I don't
school.
know. Anyway, he believes in that theory of like the game.
What's
Where
the
you put a
game?
woman down and you do all these moves, and he teaches all these like motivational speaking. Him
What are you
and
talking
me.
about? He said that he
Okay, we were at the comic, stand-up New York, and there was a comedian there. I don't want to call him out, but he was putting a profile online, and like a online dating thing, and he has a picture of him and Rachel Feinstein, and I was like, I wouldn't put that picture because Rachel looked very pretty in the picture, and I was like, I just think it's bad form. Like on online dating, a woman's going to look at that picture.
While he was dating Rachel?
No, just friends. My buddy.
Oh no! If I saw
He
that,
puts
I'd
my
be-
buddy Rachel Feinstein. I
No.
was like,
Because she did a special?
No,
dude,
because she's
let's-
saying because she's
let's get away
sexy.
from that. This is not about that. This is
Why
about
did
this.
he put it there, though?
No,
Why would
because it was online. I don't know. Maybe because he thought people. I think that,
Okay.
whatever.
That it would impress someone.
Got
he thinks
it.
would
Maybe
impress
no,
a
I don't know.
girl.
But I think either way, he just wanted to put because he also looked good in the picture.
Oh, okay.
So he puts it in puts my buddy Rachel. So, and I was like, oh, you should take that off. Like, because
Yeah.
he was asking me my opinion as a woman. And I said, I would take that off because I personally, if I saw a picture of a guy online with a woman, I would be like, who the fuck is that?
And she's
he's
got
like,
the body going
she does.
on.
She's very beautiful. And so I was like, listen, I just think that. And fucking Dante Nero and then Justin Silver get on start arguing with me. One, I don't count. Okay, that's what they said to me. You don't count
What does
because
that
you're a
mean?
comic. You don't count as a woman. I don't count as a woman.
Oh, you mean your opinion?
So then I go. They go. You don't know what women like. I go. I with the vagina don't know what women like. Oh, okay. I had no idea that I had no fucking clue about women. And they both got on my ass about like, most women when they see a picture of a guy with like a really attractive girl, they find him more attractive. I go, yeah, fucking losers. I don't know what one woman who would be like, yeah, that's amazing. I can't wait to see all of his hot
really
friends.
like guys with no shirts on in videos.
Like it was
in
just
the
so
picture.
stupid, and I want to be like, why don't you get a different jeweler?
That's a
okay,
guy
and
who's
fucking
not
stop
getting
with your
laid.
goddamn fucking
That's a
skull
guy
rings
who's not
and your
getting laid.
stupid
I don't
shit.
give a shit what you say. He's not getting laid.
No, apparently he's
When-
got girls all the
Bullshit!
time.
He's got those things in his ears. For what reason? To
don't
draw
know.
attention to himself.
Well, he lifts a lot of weights.
Anyway,
He
I
looks
used
like
to
a
get
baby.
I
He looks
used-
like a giant
baby.
Look at when he walks around. He looks like a giant baby with a load in his pants. I don't give two fucks, Dante, if you hear this, because I fucking can't stand
Okay, I
you.
don't know if he looks like that, but I'd be afraid of that baby. He's very threatening looking.
He was very insulting. They were very, very. Both of them were very,
Who
very
cares?
insulting.
People like that don't matter to me. Like comedians, guy comics do not matter to me. I used to get abused at the cellar.
You did?
But
What way?
They're throwing shit at me. Oh, look at that ass. Like, Patrice O'Neill used to talk about my
Patrice
ass
O'Neill was
all the fucking time.
Patrice O'Neill. I'll tell you what Patrice O'Neill. Okay, go
God
ahead. Tell
rest
yours.
his soul. God
Yeah,
rest his
really,
soul.
God rest his soul. I did. Okay, go ahead. You go, and I'll tell you
I'm
my
just
horrible
saying, like,
Patrice O'Neill story.
Forget about the comics because they're all fucking weird. Jim Norton used to tell me how he used to have girls piss in his
on
Oh
mouth.
my
him. I
God,
know.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, what does that taste like? He's like, popcorn. I'm like, okay, I don't understand how you can let somebody piss in your mouth.
But
That's
Jim is,
fucking
but
gross.
Jim is never. He's not a harassing guy though.
No,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what's
not.
funny.
That's true.
He's very honest about what he
He
likes,
but
but
he
he's
never
never
throws it
somebody
at
who
you.
insults you as a woman or
Right.
or hits on
You're
you.
right, you're
he
right.
just doesn't do that.
No,
stuff.
he's not. He's always been respectful.
Yes.
When I did the Nasty Show in Montreal, Patrice O'Neill was on the show, and I remember Bobby Slayton going to me, "What do you know about this Patrice O'Neill? I hear he's an asshole." I go, "I don't know him. We'll have to wait and see." And he goes, "Yeah, I hear he's an asshole." I go, "I don't know about that." So I walk into the room. There he is. Everybody's all sitting around. Everybody's managers, and he goes. And they go, "This is Patrice O'Neill." I go, "Hey, Patrice." He goes, "Yeah, I know you, Patty Ross, right? Patty Ross from Patty Ross." And I go, and now I don't even know that he's just fucking with me and just saying my wrong name. I go, "No, Patty Ross is someone from Boston." He goes, "No, you're Patty Ross, right? You're Patty Ross." And he just keeps being a dick. Like, this is the very first time I meet him. And then he goes, "Anyway, great to meet you." He takes his hand, his two hands, he puts it inside right by my pussy and sticks it around, wraps his hands around my upper thigh right where my vagina is. And I go, "Get your fucking hands off me."
That's
and
why you don't
ever
like Trump.
don't ever fucking touch me again. And he just
Wow.
laughed. And for the entire 7 days I was there, he made my life a living hell.
Wow.
Not by just touching me, but before I would go up on stage, he would say how unfunny women are and women suck. And then he did this whole thing about fucking women in the ass and punching them, and then they arch back and that makes their dick get off. So, and then I would have to follow it. So in a way, he's harassing me the whole time he's performing to set up the audience to fucking hate
He
me.
just wanted you
And
to
I
like him.
You
Listen,
know,
what? I happen to love Patrice O'Neill.
Ugh.
Because I knew he
Ugh.
was harmless. He was
harmless.
He was lovable
He ma-
teddy bear,
no.
but he was mean.
He was mean.
He was a comic. He was a comic that insulted other comics, and that's
Yeah.
what you did at the Cellar.
Yeah.
And you had to know him. Like, I don't know. I used to love him. I would give it back to him.
Yeah. I gave it back to him, but it didn't matter. He just kept doing it. And it made it like so uncomfortable for me to perform and I didn't even stay in the room with him. I by the end of the week, we were driving down and the whole way in the car, he's going, like
He
sitting behind
wanted
me.
you to like him.
But that's the way a guy tries to get you to like him.
that's
He's an
how
asshole.
That's how he was. That's
how
how he
like
was.
a 5-year-old acts.
Yeah,
Shove
well,
you on the playground.
Because
right?
I'm used to dealing with adults and people who aren't mentally ill, I didn't understand that that's what fucking Patrice O'Neill needed from me. But yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't
Well,
stand
I'm talking about club owners.
it. Okay, what about club owners?
You'd walk into a club and they'd harass you.
That's
like,
right.
I would walk in and I would say to Jimmy Finn.
Oh, I saw him hit your ass once. I saw him grab you on the ass.
Yeah, he used to do that all the time. And
I know.
next time I'm gonna bust your hand. I'm gonna bust your fucking hand.
Did he give you good spots,
He
though?
used to always go. Anytime I wanted to go on, he used to go to me. I'd be like, Finn,
There are some perks.
there are some perks. I'd go, Jimmy, I want to go up. Show me your tits, Karavis. Show me your tits.
He did not,
I
did he?
swear to God, he used to say to me all the time, half kidding,
Yeah, half kidding.
half kidding. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck you. I'm going up next. And then I'd be up next.
Isn't he kind of a swinger anyway?
He was a swinger. Yeah.
He and his wife,
I don't
right?
know if he's still swinging.
See, it's so funny because the Harvey Weinstein thing.
He broke up with his wife.
I always think
Jimmy?
about.
Oh, I didn't know that. The one who would wear the hot pants and
She was gorgeous.
she wore. Sorry, we'll go back. She wore like halter tops and all this stuff.
She was very sexy.
in the winter with
But
fucking
she-
go-go boots up over her
Yeah, but
thighs.
she was in the gym 24/7.
I know.
She was like,
I
her
know.
body was
But
the
I think
slamming
I think
body.
they used to do shit. Anyway, go ahead, Harvey
No,
Weinstein.
no, I was just saying that I think it's interesting to me that women are like, yeah, he harassed me, and then I got in this amazing movie. Though it's like, I just think it's kind of funny. I'm probably gonna take a lot of shit for this,
Go ahead, just
but
say
I
it.
just think it's really funny that it's like you're gonna sit here now and be like, and then da 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 da.
But I did win an Oscar from it.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, but you mean to tell me that you weren't
She
aware?
knew what these women knew what they were fucking doing. Give me a fucking
Listen,
break.
what I'm
Okay,
saying is,
Get
this
the
is- wait,
fuck
wait,
out
hang
of
on.
here. You go into a guy's fucking apartment or whatever the fuck. You get in a movie role. You know what? I would have said, don't fucking touch me. If I was that offended by it, I wouldn't have taken his movie.
But I feel like they now it's like this whole concept of like they felt intimidated. They felt it's like, no, I think actually that you knew you were going to get somewhere.
See,
Right.
There's something called a casting couch,
But
which has existed for fucking ever.
This
in
is
the
why
business.
the three of us are in this room.
True.
we didn't fuck anybody. But no, here's the problem.
No, I always thought about that.
Here's the problem, though. I disagree. I think there are women who went into his room and did not know what was going to happen, especially the one that was 17. I forget the girl. She's famous, and she was 17 when she first went in there. I forget. Was it Gwyneth Paltrow? One of them.
Well, her mother should have been with her. She was only 17.
Well,
Give me a
that's the
fucking
thing.
break.
But I think that a lot of women are stupid and think, oh, it's Harvey Weinstein. You know, he gives money to all these causes. He's this big liberal, wonderful teddy bear, and they don't think like with me. I don't trust anybody, and I wouldn't trust anybody with my daughter. But there are a lot of people who don't understand
No one's that dumb.
I disagree.
Listen to me.
I disagree.
I've been in Hollywood. You got to see how these bitches dress. They are dressed to kill in their short shorts. When I got there, I was like, you know what? I think we're going to have to pay for our own drinks because everyone was drop dead gorgeous. They were all out to get the Harvey Weinstein. They were all out to get the fucking.
I think the flirt is on. I think the flirt is on. And then all of a sudden the line gets crossed and then people retract and say, wait. And you're like, well, wait a minute, though. You mean to tell me that you didn't know that by kind of cozying up with this disgusting Jabba the Hutt fucking lookalike that he was
not going to come on to you?
Yeah, I think that there are women who went up there because they were brought in by his handler and they said he wants to meet you and talk to you about a movie. And you're 20 years old and you're thinking, oh my God, Harvey Weinstein wants to put me in a movie. You don't think at the age of 20, because you don't know what men are like at that point yet, because you've been in high school and what, you don't think that some fucking greasy, fat, fucking four-chin, fucking greasy, smelly, jizz-stained asshole is going to try and fucking be your big.
I didn't understand
fuck you.
that.
But that's my point. Then.
I don't think that they knew. And I think that then all of a sudden they're there and the guy's like, hey, massage me and hey, watch me shower and hey, and all of a sudden they're doing things that they don't want to do.
Dude, I would have. Listen, I got to be honest with you. I would have watched him shower.
Walk. No, I wouldn't have.
I would have watched him shower if I could get a career out of it. Fuck yes. Are you serious?
Here's
Just
what
watching
I would
someone
have done.
shower?
Oh,
What's
no,
the big deal?
never.
Because I went to a famous comedian's house one time.
Who?
I'm not saying his name.
Give me an initial.
E.
That's the first name? Eddie Murphy.
Maybe.
Okay.
And I went to his
I don't
house.
think it's Eddie Pepitone.
And after I got,
Eddie
no, anyway, this is years and years and
I
years
love you,
ago.
Eddie.
Okay. Before he was famous?
Before I was a comic. I was almost a comedian. I
Oh.
was becoming a comedian.
Okay.
He was very famous.
Okay.
This was the 80s.
Okay.
I'm not saying who he is.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Eddie Murphy.
Huh? I'll tell you later.
She's guessing.
Anything? Did he have anything to do with Letterman at all?
I don't know.
Because that wouldn't.
He was
surprise me.
famous.
Okay.
Famous Eddie Murphy.
So I get to his house and with my friend, and all of a sudden I'm like, we had seen them in a club and they asked us to go for breakfast and we're like, okay. And then we're following the limo. Oh, he goes, get in the limo. I go, I'm not getting in the limo. I mean, I was very sharp. So I followed the limo.
Well, you're like street smart. You're different than a lot of
I
girls. Carrie.
followed the limo into the house,
Okay.
into the fucking guards. The guards let us in. He had fucking armed guards. This is how famous he was. And I get into the house and then they go, oh, he wants to talk to you. He's in that room. And I go, okay. And I go, and this was my idol. I go into the room and I'm sitting there and it's his bedroom. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
That's right. He called you in.
He called me and I went in willingly.
But you didn't know that he was going to try this.
No. Then he didn't try anything. He fell on the bed and he goes, so what do you do? And I go, I need to get directions out of here because I just realized it's really late and I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, okay, no problem. And he gave me the directions and he let me leave. I mean, they let me leave. I was with my friends. They were all there.
Well, you were
downstairs.
lucky. You're lucky he let you leave.
Then I realized after the fact, I was 20, I realized after the fact the danger I put myself in.
That's right. But
because no one would have believed me.
right.
And I don't know how many people and guys were in that house because it was a fucking mansion.
That's
and
right.
there was like 19 people when they got in their limo.
Yeah.
So where were they all?
Yeah.
They dispersed in that house.
But see, that's what I mean with these girls with Harvey Weinstein. I don't think that they know. And like they could say to you, well, if suppose you had gotten raped that night, they'd say, well, you went into the bedroom, you went there, you must have wanted to go.
No,
in
that's
his
not
bedroom.
what I'm saying. I want to make that really clear.
Okay,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like.
Why did they hold it in
But you're saying
so
don't
long?
take advantage of the good things he gives you if you're going to complain
Right.
about him.
Well,
Right.
I just feel
Pulling
like
his dick
people
out.
know more than they say that they knew. Like this whole like it was such a shock to me. He was in his bathrobe. It's like, well, you went to his house into his room by yourself with this guy, and he's disgusting. Like this is not shocking.
I still don't think people. I think we would know, but he's not going to ask us.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
guess.
mean? But 20-year-old girls and 18-year-old girls, I don't think
No,
they know.
I didn't know. Like, okay, I went to the house thinking we were going to have breakfast, but then I
Yeah,
realized.
you don't
then
think
he
you're
goes,
going
"They
there to
want-
get
go
fucked.
in that room, but I didn't know it was his bedroom.
Right, exactly.
And then when I got there, I was like, all right, I got to go. I let him know up
Wait,
front,
here's a
I'm out.
question. I don't know much technically about the case. Like, did he forcibly? Did he
there are 3 women that say he raped them.
raped them?
And then there are other women who said that he pressured them with, said that there was a party at his place.
Right.
And when they got there, there's no party. It's them. And when he answers the door, he's in a bathrobe or he's naked or he said, I'll be right out. And then he's taking a shower and he comes out all naked and then chases them around. And so I think a lot of those women didn't know.
Ew.
I know. It was
No.
really
A little dick running
It is
after
gross.
you.
I know.
And not that I
with
don't
the
feel like I want to
balls
make this clear
flapping.
too. I feel bad. I just feel like it's just interesting that
You want
after
to
you
hear
have
the
the
best?
career,
Right.
then
you're
no,
coming out,
now you
right.
come out.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why didn't you come out before when you already had your career and then
Or
be like, hey,
forget about
listen,
that.
you know what this fucker did to me?
Or forget about even that. Why don't you just walk out like I did? I walked out.
Because that could mean career suicide. So that's
Right,
That's what
so
I'm
they
saying.
went for it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But then
I
here's the
left
other problem.
without my career. With my career.
That's
suicide.
true, but here's the problem. Okay, so suppose you've moved to Hollywood, and there's like how many fucking movie studios are there? Harvey Weinstein wields all this power.
Right, so they know that.
I know,
and
but
they're
here's the thing
using
that's
that.
yes, exactly. But here's the part that's so fucking unfair about it is that guys can, saddle up to Harvey Weinstein, be his best friend. They can, bullshit with each other and get farther and farther. And girls, if you think, oh, I can saddle up to him and have a drink and be just like how the guys are, you can't.
No, they know that they're not. There's no fucking way. Come on, Patty.
No,
For God's
I
sake.
disagree.
If you're going to Hollywood to be a starlet, right?
Yes.
You want to be a starlet.
Yes.
You're going to use the sexual prowess. I mean, we've all done. Haven't you ever done it? Haven't you ever made a comic think perhaps that he had a shot just because you're like trying to keep the peace or whatever? I'm not saying to go
No.
up and like stick your tits in someone's face.
No,
I'm saying play the flirt game. We've all done it.
I've
I think
flirted
everybody's
with
done it.
comics, but I've never flirted with somebody to get something to get a.
Right. Me
But
neither.
what could
No.
I get? There's nobody had any.
What I'm saying is, it's
I
like, well, with Harvey Weinstein, I think obviously these women, they were told, like, do this and I'll help your career.
Right,
Don't
right,
do
right,
this
right.
and it won't help your
Right.
career.
Yes.
Then it's up to you
They're
to go.
basking in their millions
Then
now.
you, then
so
you
now
go.
all of a
It's
sudden
up
they're
to you to go.
complaining.
You know what? I don't think this is right for me. But thank
And
you
I'm
so
out.
much, and I'm done.
And
But
I'm
they
out.
didn't want to do that
I was
either.
out.
Right? Remember that.
Okay. Well,
You want to hear the best?
Yeah.
20 years later. Now he had in his bathroom a full life-size cutout of himself.
it's got to be Eddie Murphy.
No,
Nobody
it's
is.
not Eddie Murphy.
Come on,
So now
Eddie Ift.
It's Eddie.
now I come into one of the comedy clubs and he's there. And I go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, I go, "You know me. You don't remember me? 25 years ago." I go, "I was in your house." And he goes, "No.
Oh my God, he denies it.
No." Because, well, first, it's 25 years later. He doesn't.
Yeah, he probably had so many women.
He met me
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he goes,
Women who were smart
"No."
enough to actually.
And I go,
No, I'm kidding.
"Yes, I was." And he goes, "No." And I go, "You had a cardboard cutout of the movie This in your bathroom. Do you remember me now?" And he went, because he knew. How would I know that, right? And he was just
That's
like,
so weird. That's
But
Arsenio.
fuck
Arsenio.
you. No, not Arsenio.
Not
Let's
Arsenio.
begin with an E.
Oh yeah, E.
I just made up the E.
Oh, you made up the E.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Arsenio Hall, I got stories about him.
Give me one.
That motherfucker.
Give me an Arsenio Hall
He really
story.
liked me. He really liked me.
Well, everybody really liked you.
And one night,
Bob DeMona, by the way, is sexually harassing us by
he wanted me so bad, and
by text.
I wouldn't be with him. I have audio of him on my answer machine.
What is he saying?
I want to eat your pussy.
Oh!
Carrie, this is Arsenio, and I wouldn't go out with him because I didn't really like him at all.
He's
He was
not
always
attractive.
no, and he was just too much.
Can you know what else? I think he's gay, honestly.
I think so too.
I think he's gay in real
well,
life.
I don't know if he's gay, but whatever.
Okay.
I don't really care if he's gay or not.
I don't
but
either, but I think he's gay.
he would stand next to me. His leg would. I was this tall next to his leg. He's so tall. He's
Really?
enormous.
Oh, I didn't know he was tall.
So, back in the 80s, we ended up going. It's such a long story, but I don't want to go into
Twitter
it.
version.
What the fuck? Go
It's
ahead.
just so. One night we're at the comedy store, and I'm trying to get in with Mitzi, and I go. I'm standing there, Mitzi, and he comes walking over. He grabs my face and he tongues me down.
Ew!
Ew! Did you ever kiss a horse? The tongue was so. I like almost vomited, and I was so embarrassed in front of Mitzi because she
That's
probably thought
terrible.
that
you
that
one of
was
his
my
girls or
boyfriend or
something.
girls or something because he was in all these movies coming to America, and all of a sudden I just looked at her and I was mortified. I was like, "Get off!" I go, "Get off me!" Right now we go outside. We're in the comedy store outside. There's like a little patio, whatever it was. It's him, Sam Kinison, and all these other comics.
Were they?
Asparagus, all these guys that were fucking
Who's
80s.
Asparagus?
They were 80s comics. The Mitchell Walters. So all of a sudden he goes, me and my friend Cindy were together and we were walking out, and all of a sudden he goes, Carrie, remember that time I was in New York and you gave me head? And
Who said that? Arsenio Hall?
yeah, and they all start laughing, and I go, yeah, I remember you couldn't get it up, and you had the littlest dick I've ever seen for a black guy. And then they all started laughing because I was in New York, a big
That's
mouth,
right.
loud
Good.
mouth.
That's
And I
good.
go, next time, try to get it up. Maybe we'll both have fun. Or I don't remember what I came back at him. Right?
Yeah, but
So
that's
he
good.
got mad.
He got mad?
I swear to God. I'm walking. My friend Cindy will tell you this word for word. I'm walking. We're walking out. We're laughing. We're like, you fucking loser. And we're walking out. Now, he was famous. So nobody ever talked back to him like
Yeah,
that.
right.
And Sam Kinison was right there. And I was like, yes. Because I fucking love Sam
I love
Kinison.
Sam Kinison. He
So
was,
I was
he was
like,
nice
I
to me.
made myself look good. And I walk out and I leave. And he pulls his Jaguar. He had a Jaguar. He pulls his
Who,
Jaguar.
Arsenio?
Yeah, he pulls his Jaguar like this in front of me as I was walking. He
Yeah.
stopped right here. Me and Cindy's like, oh my God. He opens the door with his hand and he goes, get in.
Get
I go,
in?
I go, go fuck
Fuck
yourself.
no, yeah.
Get in. And he says it again. I go, fuck you. So when he came to New York, I had made friends with him in LA through the Comedy Store, but I wasn't never, so when he came to New York, he wanted to go out to dinner, and I go, I can't, it's my father's birthday, and he got all twisted up that I wouldn't go to dinner with him. I'm like, it's my
I can't
father's
believe how much this guy's chasing
I'm like,
you.
it's my father's birthday. I'm not fucking going out with you. It's my father's birthday. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm coming to America. So I don't go with him. So all of a sudden he gets out of the car and he goes, let me tell you something. I shit in this town. People eat it. Do you know who I am? He
Are
goes,
you kidding
I
me?
make more money than your father does. I've made more money in 1 year, he goes, than your father made in a lifetime. I look at my friends and they go, you'll never be the man my father is, you douchebag. I go, go fuck yourself. He grabs me by the throat.
No!
Arsenio Hall.
Swear to
This is
God,
fucking terrible.
fucking lifts me up. I'm wearing high heels, and he's choking me out on the side of the
Arsenio Hall?
Arsenio Hall.
Holy shit. You
Hold on.
go ahead.
My friend Cindy's like, get the fuck off her.
Does Cindy live in?
No. Cindy Kleiman. She was married to George Gallo.
Okay.
She saved my life. And
Seriously?
then he fucking lets go of me, and I'm like, you fucking scumbag. And I was like, fuck you. Because when I drink, I get violent. So I don't drink
I can't
anymore.
see that.
You fucking scumbag. So now, anywhere he was, like, I would see him all the time, like in clubs. Then he started going out with Paula Abdul.
Oh, I remember when those two went out.
So we're eating in a restaurant, and all of a sudden, Cindy goes to me, "Cat, fucking Arsenio's here, cat." And I would look over, and he'd look over at me, and he's like, Like he's like showing me that he's got fucking pull up, which I don't give a fuck. I didn't like him.
Right.
So he's having this whole fucking romance in his head, and it wasn't real for me. So then, 15 years later,
Stop.
I swear to God, I'm in LA again because I got some shit going on with whatever Fox. Not bragging, but it didn't get picked up. So anyway, so I'm in a restaurant. And all of a sudden, I look over. Now, I've changed 15 years later. You know what I mean? It was like 20 years later, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because I was brand new. It was the 80s when this happened.
Right.
And I went back in 2001. So from 1985 to 2001 is a lot of time has passed.
Yeah, yeah.
So all of a sudden, he's eating. And my friend goes, yeah, that's Arsenio. I go like this. I look at him, and he goes like this. He goes, he wasn't sure. And I went, I like winked at him.
Yeah.
And he just like looked at me like, is that her?
Mm.
You know, and I still looked fucking hot. I still looked
Wow,
hot.
I didn't know what a complete asshole that
bag.
guy
Yeah,
was.
wow.
Because, you know, when he came back, remember when he came back and had a show? It sucked so bad. So now I don't feel sorry for him after that fucking horrible story.
I have more stories about him, but I don't want to say them.
Go do one more.
No.
Why?
No.
Is it that bad?
Because he's a fucking hypocrite on a lot. It's not about sexual. It's other things. I went to a party. He was there to another famous comedian, and there was a lot of shit going down. And I just, you know, he's doing all these commercials, and I'm like, you're such a fucking hypocrite. Anyway,
What kind of commercials is he
I'm
doing?
not going there. If Entertainment Tonight or anybody wants that story, I'll give you that story for $100,000.
Unfortunately, they already got it here for free.
No, I have a better story.
Oh, you have a better story. Oh, okay. We're almost done. All right. I love that story. All right. Any other sexual harassment stories before we move on?
I just had
Nothing for you.
Yeah, people just, you know.
All right. What else can I ask
Suck
you?
it, Mosey. You're like, oh, no. Okay.
The
I
extent of it.
want to ask about your Botox. Can we talk about that?
Okay.
Because that's kind of
You have
shallow.
Botox?
I get something called
I'm so
Dysport.
afraid of it.
Well,
So
it
you're
is
like, okay, so-
poisonous.
Well, Presley's dying from it. Or
Who's Presley?
Priscilla?
Priscilla Presley's dying from Botox?
Because she's had so much, she's actually poisoned her system.
Is that true?
Nah.
Well, it said in the Inquirer.
In the rag?
Listen. In the rags.
Go.
So I did a high def film for whatever. It was when high def really started, when it first started kicking in, you know, like
High def on
15
TV.
years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And I looked like a Shar-Pei dog. I'm not kidding. I looked like a fucking
too.
no. Shush. My forehead had like huge lines across it, which stayed when I like was regular. Like I would do a lot of stuff with my face, and then they would stay. And so I met these two gay guys on a plane. They looked amazing, and I was like, "You guys look great." And they're like, "Oh, it's Botox, honey." And I was like, "I don't fucking understand." So I go to their doctor in Chelsea, and I've since switched doctors, so I'm not going to say. But I went and I got it done, and it was like a miracle. But I literally, because every day I would look in the mirror and go, "Oh my God, I hate this. Oh my God, I hate this. Oh my God, I hate
so it's
this."
on your forehead. He does.
My
Yeah, but
forehead
when
was
do you get
here.
it done? You're still moving your forehead.
Yeah, I asked them to do it very conservatively because I don't want to be frozen. There's like degrees that they can do it. One time I did it too much and it was like, "Whoa!" But I remember the first time I got it done. Bernie Pauly is a good friend of mine, and we were at a party
I love
at
her.
comics. Me too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bernie
Me
and
too.
Al. So
Al Dusham.
Bernie.
Carrie?
I'm
Jesus,
so
Carrie.
sorry.
Turn that off.
So Bernie said, Bernie just looks at me and she goes,
Something.
"You got something done." But everybody else was like, "Did you get your hair cut? You look great. Did you get a blowout?" Like I was like, "Oh," and I didn't say anything. But then, you know, here's the deal. I looked it up myself. I did a lot of research. You know, Botox was used originally for eye twitches. That's why people used it. And one of the side effects was that people started looking younger. So they started just using it, saying, "Well, let's see if we can use this cosmetically." So really, it's been proven to be fine for people who have twitch
Eye
issues,
twitch.
right?
Yes.
So if you twitch, then you get the Botox and you look younger.
It also stops you from sweating.
And supposedly helps you from being depressed because you cannot make scowly, angry faces anymore. So it's pretty interesting.
Wait a minute. So if you
But I
can't
can still make.
a scowly face, then you can't be
There's a
depressed?
study that came out that said that. But here's my thing. I use something called Dysport, which is just a different
Oh,
style.
I've heard of that. DYS.
PORT.
Yeah.
It's a different style of botulism. And yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think any woman who really feels self-conscious about her lines on her forehead or whatever, then get it fucking done.
Okay, can I tell you? I would
Go with me. We'll go together.
No, I can't do needles. I'm going to get this cut, pull it up.
Oh, that's
That's
much,
what
much,
I need.
I
much
don't
more
give a fuck.
conservative.
I'm going to put myself to sleep, and then they cut my eyelids and pull this up, and I don't give a fuck. Pull this back.
I need that for my
I
neck,
am
too.
not going for needles. Now, I'm going to.
You idiot.
But that
Wait,
seems more
I love you,
extreme,
but that's-
Carrie.
It's not. It gets done once and for all. Now, in 5 years from now, I'm going to get it all done. But here's what happened. I'm in LA. I was 35 years old. Had that thing going with Fox. And I get pink eye.
Yes.
But I don't know it's pink eye. I'm like, what the fuck? My eye was crusted, red, bloodshot. I go to a Beverly Hills fucking world, like best doctor for eyes, optometrist, whatever they're called, ophthalmologist. And he looks in my eyes and he pulls back and he goes, that line in your forehead. And I'm like, oh my, what? And I'm thinking the line in my forehead is causing the eye. I don't know where he's going because I'm a hypochondriac too. You say something to me like that, I'm like, oh my God, it's really serious. This eye thing with the line in my forehead. Like, I know. He goes, that line in your forehead. I'm like, what is it? He's like, I can get rid of it.
I hate when they offer and you don't ask.
I'm there for my fucking conjunctivitis, whatever the fuck it's called. And I go to him, what are you talking about? And he goes, I can give you 2 shots right now that'll get that line right out of here. And I go to him, what's wrong with my fucking eye? He goes, you just got pink eye. He goes, I'm going to give you a little thing. Are you sure you don't want me to do it? I'll get rid of it. He goes, you'll look 20 years younger.
Oh, my God.
I go to him, no fucking thank you. And get a
made
breath
you 15, by the way.
Get a breath mint for that fucking cigarette mouth that I could smell that. You know when people, you can smell
Yeah,
their
it stinks.
stale fucking cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's telling me about my fucking line in my face.
I've had that done. When I had to get for my throat, he put one of those things down my nose, that weighted thing, and you're like, oh, you can choke it. And he goes to me, I go, well, what do I have? He goes, you get nodes on your throat. I go, can you fix those? He goes, well, not really. He goes, but I could fix your nose. And I'm like, oh. And meanwhile, I'm like 20. My nose has gotten worse as I've gotten older, but it wasn't as terrible back then. And
Your nose is fine.
I guess I didn't think anybody was looking at my nose thinking it was horrible. And I'm like, well, I think it's okay. He goes, no. He goes, you can't believe the difference it will make in your face. If you just let me, I just take that off. I bring this in a little at the end. I tilt it up a little. He goes, you'd love it.
They can't help it. They look at you as a project.
This is why the women in Hollywood are all fucked up. You see 25-year-old girls, and
With
they're all
Botox.
Botoxed,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
true.
all like this, and they're gorgeous to begin with. Paula Anderson.
Who's Paula
Pamela.
Anderson? Oh, Pamela Anderson.
Whatever, the blonde. She was fucking drop dead gorgeous,
Yeah,
and now she looks
she-
like a creature.
They ruin their faces. They ruin them.
But she would have never aged bad.
Well, the same one. Look at, Joan Rivers ruined her face, but Joan Rivers' daughter was a cute girl at one time, and now she's like
A burn victim.
That,
Cher looks great, though. Whoever does Cher's work is
That
amazing.
Cher looked weird
No,
for a
you know
while.
who
She looks exactly
You
the
know who
same.
looks
She looked
good?
weird for a while.
She died 6 years ago. No, you know who looks really
Who
good?
looks good?
Jane fucking Fonda.
Yeah, but she's had shit done, and she.
Yeah, but not
she,
fillers. You can't put fillers.
I don't know,
You
but
don't know what she got
you
done.
know who got in trouble?
If they do a great job, you have no
Look, I think
clue.
she's had a lot of shit done. You know who got in trouble for asking her about that was Megyn Kelly. You know how Megyn Kelly has her show, and I guess that was one of the first questions, and shit hit the fan.
I
that
guarantee
she
you
asked
that she put
Jane
that
Fonda.
on a do not say list. I'll bet you $1 million.
And you know
Can
what's
I
really
tell you
weird?
something?
Yeah.
People have to know how to ask questions. Like I would have been stroking her the whole
Do it
the
at the
whole-
end. You do it
the
at the
whole
end.
time, and then go. How come you look so gorgeous?
Mhm.
I don't even look as good as you. What are you doing?
Right.
What is your secret?
It's probably because
Like
Megyn
that.
Kelly gets work done, so she probably doesn't think it's a big deal.
Well, Megyn Kelly had a nose job. She's got one of those like.
I need a nose job. I'm
I need
not
a
afraid
nose
to
job. I need
say
everything done. I need a nose job.
People
I need
think I've had
this
my
done.
lips done. It's like
You do have gigantic
yeah, you
lips.
do. I would think that.
but I don't, and I would like to do a couple shots in there.
But you're lucky though, because I feel like my lips are getting thinner and thinner and curling in.
That's what mine are doing. I need this lifted. I got to get this done. I got to get the whole fucking. I got my
Me
tits
too.
done.
too. Me too. But
Get my labia lifted.
You're 90 now, so you're fine. You know, we say it, but we don't do it.
As my
'Cause
daughter
you're
says,
not that vain.
my daughter's, don't you think that ship has sailed? That's what
Yes,
my daughter
yes.
says. And in a way,
It has.
it has.
For
Who am
both,
I-
for all of us.
Who,
Not for you.
what's
You
the-
still
what's
look
the point?
gorgeous.
What's the
You're
point?
still fine.
Still got to get
I
stuff.
think people who age gracefully, I think you could be in a movie. There are older people. So not everybody can be young. So let me get cast as a 60-year-old and
Yeah.
I'm 50.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love when I get called in for stuff. Like, this is for menopause. I'm always like, I'm not
Okay.
quite there. You're okay. How much does it pay?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
do
do
a
it.
menopause.
I'll do a
But see,
menopause
they
and
wouldn't
I'll
bring
tell
me.
you everything that.
They wouldn't even bring me in for menopause because I'm too old for menopause.
Yeah. You have to
I would
look
be-
like you're 30.
I would be like the great
People
grandmother.
who are going through menopause don't want to look like people on TV.
That's
going
right.
through- they want to look like that person.
Well, look at the diaper ads. Like the people who wear diapers, like my mother wears a diaper. She's 96. Okay, but regular women don't wear diapers.
96.
My mother's 96.
Wow, great.
You're
Is
like
she
Jessica Biel, like in a diaper.
Yeah,
She
that-
walks.
I wear this.
No, she
I'm
doesn't walk.
confident.
She's blind and she's in a wheelchair. She's not good.
Oh,
Yeah, but she's
God.
Way
she's
to bring
with
the
it.
convo down there.
But she's
could
with
have
it.
lied.
No, but all I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that those are the people who you brought it up. And what I'm saying, Carrie, how is she? She's terrible. She's 96.
Terrible.
She can't see. She can't
All
fucking.
right.
But anyway, she wears a diaper. My point is, 96-year-olds wear diapers.
Had that in a commercial.
But that's fucking.
Just a woman who's blind in a wheelchair for Depends. It'll be fucking awful. That's more true to
But
life.
that's not who they're using. Remember the girl with the big lips that they used who was like 40?
Lisa Rinna.
Lisa Rinna for the diaper commercial. Are you telling me Lisa Rinna has ever sneezed and pissed herself? No. She's like a young, hot, sexy girl, and they're putting her into oh, look at me. And her
Well, you
husband's
don't
going,
know that. She might have pissed.
Come
Does she
on.
have kids?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so maybe she is pissing herself.
But her husband goes, look at my girl. And then she turns around and shows her ass, kind of goes,
Because it's like the ones that are like, they form your butt. So it's
yeah,
nice.
like it's supposed to be sexy, but it's like
Not unless you have a piece of shit.
when I saw her take that commercial,
Big potatoes
Yeah,
sticking out of
there's
your butt.
her
yeah,
turd.
it's like a turd in your ass.
And if it's a lot of pee, it leaks down the leg, and
Ah.
it's just like horrible.
Why, you've worn one?
No, I'm just saying
Well, how do you know?
because I've been told by certain people who
Oh.
wear them. But anyway,
Chips Cooney.
Chips Cooney. I love Chips
He wears
Cooney.
a diaper.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
Who-
does.
Who says he does?
That's
That's
when he takes his clothes off and he's wearing a diaper.
okay.
on
That's for
stage.
his act.
No, but he really wears them. Come on, stop it.
We have to go soon. We have to really go. But I want one more Arsenio story.
I can't take any more sin.
I'll tell you when the air
Because-
when we. Oh my
Who-
God!
what?
leave
Shut
the
the fucking
fucking
turn that off.
Fucking Rich Walker. He knows I'm doing chick
All
chat.
right, but you turn it off. The sound off.
I thought I did.
What does Rich
Adam.
Walker want?
I'm having a huge Christmas party. You know how I do my Christmas party every year? You're coming this year.
I wasn't invited last year.
Oh, snap.
Listen,
Fuck.
now I'm having a huge Christmas party in a bar, in a
Oh,
club.
wait, not in your house?
No, because I'm inviting all the coolest comics.
Really?
You're going to be, if you get an invitation, you're going to be one of the lucky ones.
Okay.
So it's in a club. It's
I'm
in a
very
big,
lucky.
it's called the living room. And
Yes.
I
Maybe you
booked
shouldn't be
it.
telling people because maybe they'll show
Well,
up.
I booked, no, that you can't get in without a fucking thing.
Okay, all right.
You
Can I be
need
like,
an
I'm with
invitation.
Arsenio? Is that how I get
Yes.
in? That's what the password
Imagine
should
if
be.
What if
Yeah.
Arsenio showed up?
Imagine he showed up.
You know what would be great? Your husband could beat the living piss out of him.
He really could, but
He would.
he's getting rotated surgery.
Oh, all right.
Oh, we
So
can't
he's
count
not-
on our husband.
Maybe your
No.
sister. Your sister's tough. Not as tough as you.
All right, tell us.
Go
What's
ahead.
the party? What's happening?
So the party is everybody brings a $25 gift,
I've done that.
I've done that.
and then
Is it
everybody.
supposed to be something you want everybody to want to get? In
Yes,
other
so,
words,
and then everybody
gotta
picks
be
a
like a cool
number.
gift.
Everybody picks a number. So if I'm number one, I get to
yes,
pick.
yes,
Okay.
yes. I've done
And
it.
then we steal
But
from
once in a
each
while we
other.
take. Well, I
You
had a
steal.
Charlie Brown Christmas tree I brought once to a party, and it was a fucking killer.
People
Everybody
wanted it?
Yeah, it was like
And
a plastic
kids are-
thing with like a really cool. It looked really
Certain
cute.
people's kids are allowed.
Oh, my kids. I wouldn't want her to come
Why?
because I want to be able to drink and hang out.
Okay, that's cool then. I got you. Yeah. So
Sorry, Abby, you're not invited.
Did anybody write anything else we should be doing? Go ahead with your party.
Walt, the weirdo from the club,
Walt Pompeo. I love Walt.
and Bob DeBono. Veronica
I love Walt.
but put Patty in a headlock. Bob
Oh, he
DeBono.
wants me to.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
I don't get it.
Eddie Izzard. Wrong, Walt. Suck it. Suck a dick.
It's not Eddie Izzard. It's not Eddie.
Bob
If.
DeBono. I am smelly. We know that, Bob DeBono.
Sometimes he is smelly. I've smelled him when
No,
he's
he
smelled.
really.
Who?
Bob DeBono.
Bob, are you
Because
smelling?
I think he works out and then
Yeah.
he goes to do a show and it's like, uh-oh.
He does like jujitsu, crazy stuff.
Yeah, he does that. Well, he's in good shape, though. But that's what happens.
You're in good shape, Bob. He's never sexually harassed me.
No,
Who?
Bob
Who?
DeBono's
Bob
a
DeBono.
gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
He wouldn't sexually harass anybody.
No.
He's fucking 3 feet tall. You'd beat the fucking shit out of him. Let's be honest.
That's
Come on.
short.
Stop it. All
No,
right.
he's not that short.
Are we done? We should go, right?
I
Don't
think we
listen
had
to
a lot
Carrie.
of fun.
She's
Very
mean.
good.
We did. And we did over
It was
an hour,
fun.
right?
Thank you.
All right. So what do you want to say where
You
you're
wanna
going to
plug?
be? And
I'll be at Stand Up New York this weekend and Comedy Cellar, I think, on Saturday.
They use you at Stand Up New York?
Yeah, it's not that great.
They told me I'm too old to work there.
Oh, fuck
Who
them.
said that?
The fucking owner. And I said, you just told me I killed. And he said, yeah, but I'm not the one who books it. And this guy books it, Jay or whatever the fuck his name
Last
was.
time I was there, I got paid in counterfeit bills. Just letting you know that.
That's not true.
Absolutely, 100%.
Counterfeit
Well, they
bills?
didn't know. They
Three
probably-
$50 bills, 3 50s.
Okay, I wouldn't say that out loud.
No, because they said a customer brought them in, but
Of course they said that.
So they didn't know they didn't have a machine?
They don't have that thing where you
but
go like
Greg
that
would
on
never
the
do
50?
that. Greg would never do that.
Who's Greg? Oh, Greg. Yeah,
Greg.
yeah,
I
yeah.
probably shouldn't have said that right, Adam. So I kept that under wraps.
Maybe.
No, it doesn't matter. Too late.
Doesn't matter.
Phone's ringing. You're not on the show this week. So I had.
But they made good on it. They gave me the cash back.
Yeah, well, of
Yeah,
course, they
of course
have
they
to.
have to.
They
They'll
had
go
to.
to
They
jail.
got caught.
Well, I hope they find whoever did it. That's all.
I have
That's
a
all
funny
I'm saying.
feeling I know who.
do too. I get counterfeits all the time.
I need to get one
You
of those
do?
markers.
Yes, but I bought a machine, and what I do is when I get the fucking counterfeit, I tape them to the register. So and I write on the counterfeit fake
But wait, why don't you catch them when the person's paying with it?
because it's not me taking the fucking thing.
Oh.
It's my stupid wait.
Well, you got to
staff.
get them that pen that you
Yeah.
write
That
on.
doesn't work.
All right.
I got a machine
All right.
that actually works because sometimes they'll bleach a dollar bill,
Oh.
and then on that paper they'll put 100 on it.
That's a good idea.
So
Oh.
you'll still get like the same paper.
Wow,
Good
they're
to
so
know.
sneaky. They should use their powers for,
On the 28th, this
All of a sudden,
Saturday.
she starts paying people hundreds to do the podcast. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, where are you?
On the 28th, I'm doing an Eric Half gig at some temple. with the
Really?
rabbi.
In Long Island?
Yeah,
Long
and,
Island?
and next Saturday, November 4th, I'm doing the Westbury Music Fair, bitches.
Ooh, that's awesome.
For breast cancer, Westbury Music Fair, November
Very
4th.
nice.
Please make reservations
I'm
and
jealous.
come out and see
Very,
it. I'm
very
going to be
nice.
at Westbury, mother
Okay.
effers.
Okay.
I think I'm in
Alright.
Long Island too. So my Long Island.
And can I say
peeps.
where I am going to be? McGuire's in Long Island. I have only played there once in my life.
I like
so,
that club.
Yeah. How many does it seat?
It's just a lot.
Does it? I'm going to be there in Long Island.
You're going to rock it out.
How many shows are it? 3?
I don't know, but it's a great
I should
room.
fucking find that out. And then the following Saturday, I'll be in New Hyde Park, wherever the hell that is.
For a wedding?
No, is it a fire department? Delamore?
For who?
I don't know.
Who's-
Omnipup.
Oh, good.
I'll be
Yeah.
in Long Beach, Long Island,
Yes.
on November 3rd
We're gonna be in Long
on
Island.
Beach Street.
Beach Street. What are you
Oh,
doing
let's
there?
hang out.
Okay.
I'll come see you.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Text me.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
November 3rd.
All
Because I'm
right.
not. Oh, I'm open November 3rd.
And we are here with Adam
Thank you,
Hineker.
Adam.
Patty can't remember your name. She's like, Adam Hinnick.
Hineker takes
Adam
me a
has
second.
never sexually harassed me
I
once.
know.
He's
Adam
got a girl, and he's very.
Heineken.
I used to call him his. What did I call you? Hismer? Hinser. Adam Hinser.
I mean, your phone is 2 different.
Adam, I'm going to sexually harass you, bitch.
Adam is.
I'll harass you back.
Adam
No,
is
I don't
very
think you
cute.
will.
All the girls like him. What's the name of your place? In
Rec Room NY.
RecRoomNY.com if you need
But
him
he
to
really
do
doesn't
sound.
have much time. He's doing everybody's
But I got a
sound.
guy,
He's on the
I got
Chip Chipperson show. He's on the.
He's got a guy who works for him now.
And he's also got the fucking Kevin Brennan fucking show, right? You got Kevin Brennan? I love Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, we do love Kevin Brennan.
Kevin Brennan's tweets are like brilliant. I'm like, how the fuck? This is exactly what I'm thinking, but he just in one sentence he gets.
I
it
know
all
he's
done.
very good at it.
That
Dude, his
fucking
joke.
guy.
Do you hear his transgender joke?
No,
No.
what does it say?
Fucking
What was
hilarious.
it?
He does this thing. He goes,
He goes, it's big arguments, about like the bathroom where people are supposed to go to the bathroom. He's like, I just don't understand why transgender people just says, like my kids, like use the bathroom before you leave the house.
Yeah.
It's fucking kill.
Why do you have to take a shit when you leave the fucking house? Just shit before you leave. That makes sense.
No, he's very funny.
That's very funny. And then people get
Johnny
sensitive and yell.
Rizzo.
I love Johnny Rizzo.
Johnny Rizzo, a blast from the past.
Johnny Rizzo's-
You got a lot of good people. out here.
Johnny Rizzo sends me pictures. He does artwork, and he sends me.
He's going to be in Saratoga Springs, Johnny Rizzo.
Oh,
He
put
wants
that
people
in. Put that. Saratoga Springs were for
Who
Comedy
knows?
Works or whatever.
For probably Jody Weiner.
It's Jody Weiner or Comedy Works for Tom Nicky.
Oh, yes.
So go to his website and look it up. I'm sure he has a website, right?
Yes.
Who
he
else?
does.
Anybody else say anything?
Robin Fox, great show. Thanks, ladies. You're welcome, Robin. You're the only one that's watching.
She's
Thank you,
coming on the
Robin.
13th of November with Jane
Yes.
Condon. So
Jane Condom
Condon
and Robin
and Robin Fox are going to be there.
All right.
Anybody else say anything?
No,
it.
that's it. All right.
All right,
Thank
goodbye.
you so much, everybody.
Thank
Have a
you.